Okay, first off, I want to apologize. I've got a cold, and my voice probably sounds a little funky at the moment. But yeah, you're gonna see the new header on most of my videos, the paleo clipper, the dinosaur hairstylist, I don't know. Alright, why is absence of evidence is evidence of absence? You'll understand the elephant here in just a minute. Alright, this is the proposition that I have for you. I propose that elephants are living in the wild in northeast Tennessee. Key term, wild and not just in a zoo. So I'm not including, going up to the Knoxville Zoo and saying, hey, look, there's an elephant. No, I'm talking about going out into the woods, in the mountains, and saying, hey, here's evidence that I found an elephant. Well, what kind of evidence would you need? There's an absence of evidence for it, obviously. Here's the evidence that you need. Footprints. Yes, that is actually an elephant footprint. No, that was not taken in the mountains of northeast Tennessee. That was taken in Africa. Droppings, otherwise known as poop. Elephant droppings can be 2 pound balls. You don't want to get hit in the head with one of these things. But elephants shit a lot, and you'd find them all over the place if they were elephants. Trees getting knocked over, such as the ones below, and I'm not talking about storms or other natural events. I'm talking about actually seeing the tusk marks on a tree and being uprooted, as you can see this elephant is doing in this vid. So, yeah, they do that a lot. Simple conclusion, as we do not see any of the evidence as in the previous slides, I can confidently say that there is not a population of African elephants living in the wild in northeast Tennessee. I have yet to see any evidence of it. I have yet to see any news things on TV saying that there's elephants found in the wild. Now, there are some occasions where an elephant may escape from a zoo, but that doesn't constitute a living population of elephants in northeast Tennessee. My new proposition is my neighbor owns a white long-haired cat. Key terms here, white and long-haired. First off, this is what a white long-haired cat looks like. Of course, there's other things that a white long-haired cat can look like, but these are just some images. Evidence for these kind of animals living around your house: white hair and furniture, clothing, couch, anything. If anybody owns a cat, they know white, especially long-haired cats. The fur goes everywhere. So yeah. And here's the thing, though. They might own a white-haired dog, so, you need a little bit more evidence. Cat food cans or bags. Litter box, food trays, cat toys. Or seeing the cat wandering around, obviously. Simple conclusion. If the neighbor has type of things previously deemed evidence in their house, such as the cat toys, litter box, other things, we can at least conclude that they have a cat, and quite possibly a white cat. Of course, you'd have to go look for it, though, now here's the thing that I'm getting to. This reasoning can also be applied to the God of the Bible. I just want to clarify, though, I'm specifically referring to the God of the Bible, not others. This is the evidence you need. You need physical evidence of God, physical evidence of Jesus, or miracles, God speaking to modern man, i.e. talking over TV stations or broadcasting a rational message to everyone, statistical evidence of God answering prayers. This is what we really see, and I know this is kind of small text for those of you who are trying to read it, but God has never left any physical evidence of his existence on earth. None of Jesus' miracles left any physical evidence either. God has never spoken to modern man, for example, by taking over the television stations or broadcasting a rational message, like I stated. The resurrected Jesus has never appeared to anyone in modern times. It's only mentioned in the Bible that he did that. The Bible we have is probably incorrect and is obviously the work of primitive men rather than a God. When we analyze prayer with statistics, we find no evidence that God is answering prayers, and huge, amazing atrocities like the Holocaust and AIDS occurs with any response from God, even though he's supposed to be all loving, all kind, all gentle, and so on. There's other stuff too. In conclusion, there is absence of evidence for the God of the Bible. There is evidence of absence for the biblical God. So I know that's kind of confusing, But because there is no evidence, no scientifically testable, verifiable evidence for God, then it is most likely true that God does not exist. It's evidence for the absence of him. So, and then this is my, if you want to learn more, you can go to godisimaginary.com, thinkingatheist.com, and yes, they do have a YouTube channel, richarddawkins.net. The reason why I mention him is one of the things that was really instrumental in me understanding the way that I really felt about the world was reading Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion. Or, of course, you can just do your own research. There was a ton of information on atheism, godlessness, how God probably doesn't exist, or in my opinion, doesn't exist. You can just research on YouTube, too, if you want. So, yeah, that's it. Sorry about the bell that you randomly heard ringing. That was my cat annoying me.